Remember when they told you that the COVID had escaped from the lab in Wuhan? Well, up next, they're going to talk about the COVID-19 and where it came from. And let's see, was Trump right or wrong? You know the deal. I pointed towards the floor so you don't hear the commercials or see what's going on the commercials. Can't comment because Facebook and YouTube are the same. They don't want us patriots talking. I foresee this video getting taken down because, sensitive material. So what do you think? You like this? Hit the like button and the bell. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Love you guys. Keep safe and God bless you.
Business owners with excess roof space or an interest in stabilizing energy costs, contact us today. Learn more at uslightenergy.com.
Okay, here we go.
So the CDC plans to lift its COVID testing requirement for travelers entering the United States effective at midnight on Sunday. A senior administration official tells Fox the CDC determined it's no longer necessary based on, quote, science and the data. And China is not happy that the WHO now thinks actually the lab leak theory does require a deeper investigation. It's about time after more than 6 million lives have been lost around the globe.
6 million lives and all the bullshit Trump went through.
The lab leak theory is totally a lie concocted by anti-China forces for political purposes, which has nothing to do with science. China has invited a team of international experts from the WHO to visit the relevant lab in Wuhan. The joint study report also clearly concluded that the laboratory leak was highly unlikely.
Let's bring in David Asher. He led the State Department task force looking into the Wuhan lab as COVID-19 emerged. She's now a senior fellow at the Hudson Institute. David, good to have you with us once again. So you guys were at least investigating where this came from. And since you stopped doing that, who's picked up that investigation at the U.S. government?
No one in the U.S. government is investigating a thing. In fact, they're making a continued attempt to cover up all salient facts. They're being sought via Freedom of Information Acts and congressional requests, none of which are being answered. I mean, I saw a recent
Trump was right again.
Document where Right to Know, one of these groups that's trying to get information for the people on what happened in Wuhan. 82 pages were blacked out, like 4 pages weren't. I mean, it's all about Fauci's internal communications about what caused the change. His apparent view that this thing may well have slipped out of the lab on February 1st, 2020, and 3 days later he totally retracted and said it was conspiracy theory. So the conspiracy is actually what Dr. Fauci is actually propagating. That needs to be investigated. Meanwhile, the WHO has just come out with a report that, as you just noted,
that's why Facebook didn't want you putting WHO on their page.
Key questions that need to be answered about the origins, including the lab leak.
So that's how good Zuckerberg is.
And means to do it. Let me finally say,
he's involved in all this bullshit.
How many Chinese who are Communist Party family members we've heard from in the last few months who have explained that everybody in the Communist Party leadership believes it's a lab leak. So,
by the way, WHO stands for World Health Organization.
Are telling us in Washington this was a lab leak. The WHO is implying that it may well have been a lab leak, but don't tell that to Dr. Fauci, who provided assistance to
Screw Fauci.
It's stunning because you have told us, and Dr. Redfield has told us, that the reason that you see so many variants, that they keep going, is that this was trained in the lab to continue to have more function, right? And so you're saying that you believe that the reason that the report is all blacked out is to protect Dr. Fauci's involvement in that research?
Watch the video while it's up, because I'm sure this one's going to get taken down.
Back over 15 years where we gave them the ability
to
use
to your friends.
Humanized mice which have human genetic features, to do these experiments so that they didn't have to use humans to be able to create a virus that would kill humans. And they knew it because those
millions
mice
of
that
humans
were given in 2015 to the Wuhan Institute killed. Almost all of them died in 6 days or something like that, the ones that the NIH was part of supplying. So we knew it was lethal based on published evidence
Sound
that
familiar?
NIH paid for it in 2015.
Yep,
so,
and Dr. Redfield told us it was supercharged in the lab.
Come on, Patriots, pass this on.
It is awful and stunning. lack of curiosity is just absolutely shocking. David Asher, thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Martha. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Before it gets
You
taken
too.
down.
Coming up, Carly Shimkus
Love you guys.
and Tommy
Next.
Lahren and the movie
Bye.
that